So you're welcome to the first part of the tutorial, and in this part what we're going to do is to do the basic installations and setup that we will actually be using throughout the course. And on my screen here you can see we have CodeBlocks setup. So CodeBlocks is an integrated development environment, and it's the IDE that we are going to be using throughout this course, that I am going to be using throughout this course. You can use any other one, and if you think you need to follow me step by step, you need to use the same IDE that I use for you to get the thing fine. You try and download CodeBlocks, you Google CodeBlocks, you download, and you do it. You pause this video, Google, download, and continue, right? So I'll double click to install, and alright, next. I would agree. So for these features, we are not going to use most of the features here, but for my own personal use I would leave them ticked, right? So next, I would install. Cannot create target folder, installation cannot continue. So it has some permission rights. My drive has some permission rights, so I need to come to my drive, and the program, I have a 64-bit operating system installed, so I have a program files folder and a program files x86. This is where the 32-bit programs are installed, and that setup is for 32 bits. So what will happen right now is I am going to create the folder. So let me create folder and name it CodeBlocks. I'm doing it manually. You don't have to do this if you don't have, if your rights are not accepted, or you can actually change the rights by coming to properties, and you come to security, then you come to you edit, and you change everything here. You see all application packages, right? You can only read, but you can write to it, and these are the rest. So you can change the security settings this way. But since we have this, we have created the folder for our own. Now let's try and do the installation once more. Okay, so next, I agree. Next, go next. Okay, so the target directory already exists. Yes, we know that, we created it. So still the same thing. Okay, so I'll abort, and I believe what this needs is for us to actually come to where we created and activate the rights, right? So we come to security, edit, just like I showed you. I'll give full control for this. Since it's the folder, I'll just give full control for everything in this folder, and I'll apply, click OK, OK again. Now let's try it one more time. You might face these problems, and on the website I'm going to provide some possible problems that you might face while installing. Cannot create shortcut, so it means we didn't click this for shortcut, so we can say OK and continue, and I believe we shouldn't face any problem anymore. And if all things being equal, this should finish. Okay, so do you want to run CodeBlocks now? Of course, that's what we're after, right? So I would say yes, and it should start. Alright, now these are the things we are going to talk about. So next, finish. Okay, so none of this was detected, and it needs one of those to actually do the work, to actually compile. So I'll click OK, and it's actually going to start the program. I'll associate it to C and C++. This is the interface, right? So, but with that error we won't be able to run a program. we won't be able to run a program unless we do some settings, and I'm going to drop that in the text, in the theoretical aspect of C++, still within the category of C++, and just to uh, uh, avoid time wastage. And in the next tutorial I'll actually start with the basics, so I'll see you there.